Hello and welcome to Neverwinter Nights, and this will be part 3. Last we left off, we did a bit of talking, got a few quests, and we are in Trades of Blades, which is a mercenary inn kind of thing. So we have Dalen Red Taiga, he's a half-orc barbarian. We have Grax, which is a dwarven lawful evil monk. Oh, that's not him. Wrong person. He's the owner. Sorry, it's Grimnor, who's the lawful evil dwarf monk. Sorry about that. My mistake. We have a Bodinock Link. What's he called? Linkle, which is a gnome sorcerer. We have Dino Lanera, which is a elven cleric priest. And then we have Sharon, which is a female human bard. Where I could go and speak to all of them. These are available henchmen, by the way. I need to do some initial chatter. Let's just say hi.
Who's this? Some poor soul straggling in off the diseased streets? Are you here to join our ranks and beg for an employer? Or are you actually here to hire someone?
Who are you? My name is Sharon, and I call this city my home. I seek adventure and excitement. If you seek the same, you'll be smart to hire me to accompany you, even. You are a local girl, are you? Does that make a difference? I see people I've known my whole life falling to sickness all around me. I'd say that gives me more motivation even than most. And incidentally, I am no girl. I don't feel like talking right now. Goodbye. Have I scared you off already? Oh well, do come back once you grow yourself a backbone, my lord. She is so pretty and she's so useless. I'm sorry, but she is. If I play a paladin, I usually take her with him for the romantic interest that is available in this game was blown up out of proportion. It is very subtle. It's very 12 PG rated, if anything. There's nothing kinky in it or anything. It's just it's romance. It's not a physical relationship. There's a distinct difference between the two things. You can add 2 and 2 together and get 5 out of it if you want, but that's why for male companions, I mean, they want to settle at some point, and it's a perfectly natural male thing to have interest in women, and those males who have no interest in women, that's perfectly fine and natural as well. I'm not one for judging anyone of any way, shape or form. It's not my role in life to do that. But I just feel it's appropriate, you know, because I personally, as a man, do like women, and why not? Anyway, you can, from a gameplay perspective, just min-max and what's best for you, but it's the own Dalen Red Taiga.
Greetings. I see you are not yet infected by the plague that ravages Neverwinter. Among such suffering and misery, we who are not yet afflicted must be grateful for our health.
Who are you? I am Dalen Red Taiga of the Uthgard tribes of the frozen north. It has been over a year since I left my people and came to Neverwinter. Now I can earn my living as a blade for hire. You're quite well spoken for a half-orc. Well, that's a half insult, isn't it? Huh. My father was an orc, and the blood of his inhuman race is in my veins. But I was raised by my mother amongst the tribes of the Uthgard. I'm sorry, but I don't know much about the Uthgard tribes. There are some in the city who call my people savages and barbarians, but they know nothing of the Usgard. We are great warriors and hunters, following the herds and living off the land. My tribe is noble but small. Among them there was little chance for a young warrior to prove himself or earn a wife. But I'm young and strong, and my people are renowned for their skills in battle. Here in Neverwinter I found word on the docks as a guard for the cargo and shipment being transported. Sorry, just got a dry throat at the moment. And then what happened? The coming of the plague changed everything. The quarantine halted all incoming or outgoing ships. There was no work and no money. I should have left the docks then. Many of the dock workers were afflicted, men I'd come to know as friends. I stayed to ease their suffering, but in the end I could do nothing to save them from the wailing death. With my friends dead, there was no reason to stay in the docks, not with things getting worse. Now I earn a living with my axe as a freelance mercenary. What did you mean about the docks getting worse? The quarantine trapped ships in ports, swallowing the number of pirates and other criminals in the district, men with no honor. And with the city guard focused on the plague, these evil men have seized control of the docks. An Usgard warrior knows no fear, but I will not dishonor my tribe. I refuse to serve these men. I will not become a common thug or murderer. Anything else you can tell me about the docks? Before I left I heard talk in the district of an auction to be held at the Amethyst tavern. Something besides the usual stolen merchandise, illegal goods and helpless slaves sold at his filthy den of sin. The word spread quickly on the street. Perhaps I could have learned more before I left, but I had no interest in such transactions. I'm a warrior, not a smuggler. There's little else I can tell you about the docks, but I know the district is dangerous. If you intend to go there, you would be wise to take along a hired blade. No thanks. Goodbye. As you wish, sir. Come back if you ever wish to hire a warrior of great skill and honor. If you're a caster, you probably want Dalen or my personal unfavorite, Grimnor. I need to speak to Grax as well. So.
I know you. You were at the academy during the slaughter of the students. You were there when the assassins came.
Who are you? What do you know about the academy? I'm Grimnor, a monk of the Order of the Long Death. The grisly account of the academy is no great secret, Hammerfist. Not to those who seek such things out. Tell me, as you stood amidst the blood-soaked corpses of your fellow students, did you gaze upon the face of death? Did you look into his cold eyes and feel his icy touch upon your soul? You seem a little bit creepy, Grimnor. Many find the members of my order unsettling, for we embraces death in all its incarnations. Yet in times like these, my skills are in great demand. I don't feel like talking right now. Goodbye. You're welcome to return should you have need of my skills, Hammerfist. If not, we shall meet again at our final end when the Silent Lord claims us all. He is such a nice fellow. So let's go and speak to Grax.
Hail to ye!
What do you want, huh? Come on, you don't interrupt the trade of blades merc without good reason. Well, I want to ask some questions. I suppose, make it quick though, I have ever so many places to be. Yeah, right. Where can I go to get some action? And now you're talking my language. There's one place. I don't know, this place is pretty much just for weapon fighting, no fancy stuff, just straight up brawling. Just wait, you can solve me, I'm up for it. Failure? No, it's better I don't say anything. There's a rule about the Gauntlet. I forget what it is though, because nobody talks about it. Goodbye. Get on then. I've drinking to get to. I want to ask some questions. Where can I go get some action? Persuade. Failure. Goodbye. And dialogue. Persuade. Success. Ah, fine. Ain't no big thing. If you're not good enough, you get beat down anyway. Just don't whine about it. It's a club for fighting. We call it the Gauntlet. If you want action, that's where you go. I can sell your pass if you want. 50 gold. Here's my 50 gold. And here's your pass. Don't say where you got it, although I doubt they'll ask. Nobody talks about the Gauntlet, but people show up anyway. The Board Lake Bear Tavern is in the Black Lake District. Give the pass to the bartender. Good luck, you'll need it. Arabels tolerate mercenaries when Neverwinter has a standing militia. Watch your mouth, friend. It hasn't gone unnoticed that when a few of the city guards died, she hired outsiders like you instead of coming here. Just because we work for the highest bidder doesn't mean we wouldn't put it on the line for the city. Well, goodbye. And he's got his drinking to do. And here was a proof of what I'm fairly sure I mentioned in one of the primer videos about persuasion or other talkie skills. You don't automatically some conversations you can't pull that trick I just did, but a lot of general conversations you can just retry until you actually get it right. So let's go and speak to Bodinock.
Hello there. You don't have the look of one of those Neverwinter soldiers about you. Neither do you show any evidence of having contracted the plague.
But you have a certain bearing about you that distinguishes you from the ordinary citizen. Based on my observations, I venture the hypothesis that you are an adventurer. Correct? You are right. I am an adventurer. My name is Hammerfist. Who are you? I am Bodinock Glinkle, even. A gnome sorcerer from the island of Lantan who has only recently arrived here in Neverwinter. Lantan, isn't that the place where all those crazy inventions come from? My homeland does have a reputation of producing marvelous machines and outlandish contraptions not otherwise known in Sharon. We Lantanese are people guided by the analytical principle of science, observation, reason and logic, but don't allow yourself to be misled by rumors and hearsay. We aren't all cookie adventurers as some cookie inventors, as some would have you believe. I myself am a sorcerer, for example. A sorcerer? I thought Lantan looked down on magic. The Lantanese people do not disparage magic, though mainly do not understand it. However, in my land we rely on the arcane far less than the other peoples of Sharon. We prefer to seek a scientific solution to a problem rather than a magical one. Often, through observation and experimentation, a problem can be solved without resorting to magecraft. Of course, sometimes a little touch of the arcane is a good thing. When the situation is appropriate, I do not hesitate to use my powers. Hammerfist. I may be from Lantern, but I'm first and foremost a sorcerer. What are you doing in Neverwinter? I left my home some time ago to experience the broader world. It is not uncommon for the people of my island to undertake such a journey. I was exploring the north and south coast when I heard rumblings of a previously unknown plague breaking out in Neverwinter. In the name of scientific discovery, I came to investigate and catalog this new illness. Fortunately, I arrived before the city was quarantined. I decided to begin my investigation of the valiant death in the Beggar's Nest. Why the Beggar's Nest? From the accounts I gathered, it was generally agreed that the Beggar's Nest was where the outbreak began. I thought the best way to learn about the plague was to trace it back to its source. And when I learned the clerics were unable to combat the plague, I thought that I could apply the scientific principle of Lantan even, to discover a more mundane cure. Unfortunately, I had to end my investigations into the beggar's nest mere days after they began. Far too short a time to conduct proper study of the situation. Why did you stop your investigations? It is difficult to conduct a serious and scientific analysis when you are constantly besieged by zombies. Much as I wanted to continue my research, I was not about to throw my life away to do it. Coward. However, the zombie infestation struck me as more than mere coincidence. I suspect there may be more than a casual relationship between the animated corpses in the district and the outbreak of the plague itself. While the zombies continue to wander the district, I cannot test my theory, but I suspect information that could lead to a cure can be found within the beggar's nest. I'll be going now. Goodbye. Then there's no logical reason to continue this conversation, is there? But if you find yourself in need of a good sorcerer, come speak to me again. Okay, you just said the keyword. Good sorcerer. The follower AI is in such a way that they like to, as in many other role-playing games, it's not just tied to Neverwinter nights. When the computer takes over a caster, they see a rat, they will buff themselves 7 times and then they will cast Amethyst. And that's just the way. That's the way casters are in this game. And yeah. But let us go and speak to Dino. You're gonna hate other programs making pop-ups minimizes your game window. I hope it didn't cut the recording. Anyway, Dino. She's so cute. I will like her.
Please now, I already told you that I didn't mean to step on your cat. It ran right in front. Oh, you're not that other one.
Oh goodness, how embarrassing. Why does this always happen to me? Who are you? Before I tell you anything about me, I would like to ask you a question if you don't mind. Go ahead. You're not one of those dirty, underhanded, conniving thief types, are you? No, I'm not. Why do you ask? I've had nothing but problems with irritating, despicable thieves ever since I left, but that's not important right now. Let me introduce myself. Okay. My name is Dino, the devout priest of Sharon Mumbo. I seek to continue my adventures by hiring myself out as a healer. Why are you in the barracks rather than helping the plague victims? I came to this city believing that I could stem the tide of this plague with the powers of Sharon. Alas, it defied my every attempt to find a cure. I worked long, hard hours in the Temple of Tyr trying to alleviate the pain of the sick. Finally, after working through several days and nights, I was exhausted. When I tried to stand, I fainted. Then what happened? Well, I fell over and bumped into a glass statue of the symbol of Tyr. One of the balanced plates flew across the room and smashed spectacularly right above the head of the high priest. The crash was so shocking that the priest sat down right on top of a rather large shard of glass. I'm sure it healed up just fine once they stripped him and pulled it out. I was unhurt, but the other priests didn't seem too concerned about that at the time. They asked me to find someone else to help with the wounded, as if it was my fault somehow. Well, that could happen to anyone, especially her. You're kind to say so, but I suppose it didn't help that I had accidentally lit the altar on fire the previous day. Are you really that clumsy? I'm not really clumsy, I was just tired. My troubles don't come from lack of dexterity so much as poor timing. Don't worry, I'm good in a fight and an excellent healer. Each day I've been assisting victims of the plague in the slums in the Black Lake district, where they lie in the street, ignored by residents and guards alike. That's good of you. Well, not anymore. The last time I visited there was a couple of days ago. I was attempting to help a sick old woman off the street when I was set upon by several thugs. They attacked you while you were helping plague victims? People are terribly discouraged because they figure that they're going to catch the bait in death, so they aren't overly concerned with morals. In their desperation, they turn to theft or worse. I want to go back and help, but what can I do? I think that if I could earn some more experience and maybe some gold, I might be able to make a difference. Do you know anything else about the Black Lake District? Some of the rich nobles have collected exotic animals and made a zoo for their entertainment. The conditions of the zoo are supposed to be disgusting and the animals have been mistreated. Oh yeah, Druid told me about that. I should have done something about it, but the sick and dying in the city are enough misery for anyone. I heard there's a druid here in the core who's looking for someone to help free the animals. If you want to go to the Black Lake District, you will have to cross the slums. Plenty of looters would like to stick a knife in you, so having someone who can guard your back and heal your wounds is a good idea. What I need is someone to assist me on a mission. I want to trust you and I need the work, but I really don't care to be involved in any shady deals. Perhaps you could tell me more about this mission. I work for Lady Amethyst. I must find several missing creatures that might be used to find a plague cure. Amethyst has worked hard to combat this plague, so I'm sure I can trust her instincts in this matter. I would love to work for you, if we can agree upon a fair price for my services. My goal in life is to get through with a minimum of pain, but sometimes one has to aim for simple survival. To achieve that, you'll need an experienced healer. I promise I will do my best to keep you in excellent health. Only 200 gold pieces and you will gain the talent of one who can heal and fight. I could try and persuade her to take less money, but I'm not a cheapskate. I could use a good healer. Here's your 200 gold. Welcome aboard, Dino. You will not regret this, dear Hammerfist. My skills are yours to command. I will follow you and perform to the best of my abilities according to the orders you have given me. Anytime you wish to issue new orders, you only have to speak to me again. So, we now have her token. And as you've probably gathered, there is a token for each follower. It's basically for the game to track which followers you've been interacting with. So, let us speak to her.
Hey there, dear. What can I do for you?
I just want to talk for a while. I love chatting with you, but don't you think we should focus on your mission right now? If we're going to be working together, I'd like to know more about you. I guess that is understandable. I've been away from my home and friends for a long time now. I would like to get to know you too. Alright, Hammerfist, what questions do you have of me? Why did you leave your homeland? You don't start with these questions, do you? That is a bit of a difficult question to answer, but I will do my best. I have worked in the Temple of the Full Moon in Nebraska for about 6 years before I left my home. I loved the peacefulness of the temple. But even there, accidents and tricks of fate made life difficult. It wasn't usually anything big, just me in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know why, but I just I just didn't have any luck. Well, bad luck happens to all of us at one time or another. It's not always bad luck though. Sometimes I can be a little gullible. That's what got me into trouble and sent me away from Nebraska. And as you can see, we've got a general update in Dino's tale. That is the beginning of her tale that we can progress by leveling up. It's for every time you level, the followers usually have something new to say. I was collecting tithes one day when a heavily cloaked figure came back begging at the temple. He looked like a starving child, so I took him inside the inner sanctum to get him some food, and when I came back he was gone. There was something else missing, something very precious to the church. What did the thief steal? Please forgive me, Hammerfist, I can talk no more about this. We don't know each other well, even, and I can't share my most embarrassing moment with a stranger. No, Lino, I want to hear what you have to say. Please, Hammerfist, I should not have said so much. We'll talk more about this later, but not now. Hint, hint, hint. Level up, then she will talk more. And yes, the dialogue you use regarding your followers will dictate how much they like you, and you have to make sure they like you a lot if you have any ideas of becoming romantically related to them. Maybe I should make a female character and see if I could get her romantically related to our little dwarf friend. That would be a bit creepy, but whatevs. I forgot something here.
Hey there, dear. What can I do for you?
I think we need to change your tactics. If you feel that's best, what would you like to change? Don't use your melee weapons anymore, use your ranged weapons in combat. Not a problem. I will continue using my spells, of course, but when I'm not using magic, I'll stay back to use my ranged weapons. Even. Is there anything else? Could we change how quickly you decide to heal me? Of course. How soon would you like me to heal you? Heal me if I become seriously wounded, below 25% of total hit points. It shall be done. If I fail to open a locked door, just do not assist me. Just as well, really. I'm not very good at it. I know. I don't want to change anything else right now. As you wish. So, we've got our follower and we are going to run to the prison district. Unfortunately, I know there's not a lot of action going on in this set of videos, but that's what you get sometimes. Down here. I like having Dino around. Let's speak to these.
I greet you, my
Please, good sir, can you help? We have lost families to the plague and escaped convicts in the Peninsula District. Try that again. Please, good sir, can you help me? Oh. Please, good sir, can you help? We have lost families to the plague and escaped convicts, and the Peninsula District prevents us from even mourning in our own homes. Perhaps I could help. I don't know if you can or not. I'm not sure what has gone wrong in there. I just know that if we try to go back to our homes, we will be killed. If there's something you can do, please, I'm begging you, help us. Goodbye. Goodbye, I guess. Please, if you have a chance, can you please look into the troubles in the peninsula? We have no one else to turn to. And she's more or less going to say the same thing. So, peace of God.
Well met.
The raiding is taking its toll beyond these gates, lad, making it a dangerous place. Lady Elvis has ordered us to restrict access. In other words, if you want access to the Peninsula District, you're going to need quarantine clearance, understood? Lady Elvis has assigned you to temporary militia duty. I was worried you'd be hiring on adventurers to help build the ranks. What can I do for you then? Could you answer some questions about the Peninsula District? I suppose I can answer a question for you, lad. Go ahead. Is there any way I can help out in there? Well, Commander Sibyl came tearing through here on militia orders a while back, but I probably shouldn't be talking about that. There are enough rumors in the city already without me adding to them. Look, I'm here to help, remember? I suppose you're right. Apparently there's been a bit of a prison break. She got sent in to mop up. If you want more to, if you not, I'm just not speaking properly today. If you want to know more about it, I suggest you talk to Commander Sibyl in person. She has a temporary headquarters set up somewhere in the district. Is there anything else you want to know? How bad is it in there? It's pretty bad. I certainly wouldn't go in unequipped. Gate Captain Kip can beat you once you're on the other side. Is there something else you want to know? Are there any places I should look out for in the Peninsula District? There's not much there, to be honest. With the prison at the top of the rise and all, most reputable folk and businesses steer clear. You should probably talk to Gate Captain Kip on the other side. He can fill you in. Goodbye. Yes, on your way then. So let's go in and don't go too far, we need to talk, citizen. Okay, Gate Captain Kip.
Well met.
If you're going on to the peninsula, keep your head up. There's been a prison break and the place is crawling with trouble. How did they escape? Rumor is that Captain Leifin, the head jailer I think it's called, set them free. Makes no sense to me. He was a good man and ran a tight ship. Where's this prison? Southwest of here at the top of the hill. Commands a great view of the harbor. Not that the prisoners ever got to see it. Are any areas still safe? Cedar Sibyl is the one in charge of the operation. The prisoners have her pretty much penned in, but she's managed to secure a headquarters to the southeast. If you're looking into help, I'd recommend you go see her. She has better information on what's going on than I do. Does the militia have a plan of attack? For now, everyone's just trying to figure out what's going on. Someone's going to have to go into that prison though and get to the bottom of it. Thanks for the warning. If you want to find me, go talk to Sibyl at the headquarters. We could definitely use your help cleaning up the head jailer mess. Indeed. So on that note, I know it's been 2 episodes where a lot of talking and nothing else has been taking place, but that is part of the game. So as for now, thanks for watching, take care and see you next time. Bye bye.